Good morning, class. A perfectly drawn shape is useless without clear dimensions, measurements, and legible text. Lettering and dimensioning are the communication elements of technical drawing. They tell manufacturers exactly what to make. A machinist in a Nigerian factory cannot guess that a hole is about 20 mm. The drawing must state 20 plus or minus 0.1 mm precisely. Similarly, poorly formed letters create ambiguity. Does 1 mean 1 or lowercase l? Does 8 look like 3? International standards, ISO and BECE, define exactly how text and dimensions must appear on technical drawings so that workers everywhere, in Lagos or London, can read them without confusion. WAEC assesses lettering quality, dimension placement, and correct use of dimension lines. Technical lettering standards. Lettering types. 1. Uppercase, capital, letters, preferred for all main text in technical drawing. 2. Lowercase, used for some annotations and notes, less common. 3. Single-stroke Gothic lettering, the standard form for manual technical drawings. 4. Vertical or inclined, italic at about 75 degrees, both acceptable but must be consistent throughout one drawing. ISO 3098 lettering standard. Height, H main titles and drawing numbers typically 5 to 7 mm, notes and dimensions typically 3.5 to 5 mm. Line thickness, 0.35 mm for lettering on a drawing with 0.5 mm outlines. Spacing, between letters is almost equal to 0.2 h. Between words is almost equal to 0.6 h. Between lines is almost equal to 1.6 h. Guidelines for good lettering. 1. Always use guidelines, faint horizontal lines, to keep letters uniform height. 2. All letters must be the same height within one category. 3. Avoid overly decorative or stylized letters. Simplicity and clarity are paramount. 4. Numerals 0 to 9 must be clearly distinguishable, especially 0/O, 1/I, 5/S, 6/9. 5. Letters must be upright or consistently inclined, never mix vertical and inclined in one drawing. Nigerian WAEC technical drawing, lettering is assessed for clarity, uniformity, and correct spacing. Practice drawing guidelines lightly, H or 2H pencil, then form letters family, HB pencil. Alphabet in single-stroke block lettering. Verticals, horizontals, then curves, construct letters with their most basic strokes. A. 2 diagonals plus crossbar. Careful that the peak is sharp. B. Vertical plus 2 bumps. Upper bump smaller than lower. G. C plus stop at midpoint. Dimensioning tells the manufacturer the exact sizes and positions of features. The 3 elements of a dimension. 1. Dimension line, a thin line with arrowheads at both ends, running parallel to the dimension being measured. 2. Extension lines, projection lines, thin lines projecting from the feature to beyond the dimension line. They do not touch the object outline. 3. Dimension figure, the numerical value written above or within the dimension line and ISO, or in a break in the line, older practice. Arrowheads, solid, closed triangular arrows. Length is almost equal to 3 to 5 mm, width almost equals 1 mm, 3 to 1 ratio. Consistent size throughout a drawing. General rules for dimensioning. 1. Every dimension needed to manufacture/inspect a part must be shown, no guessing or calculating. 2. Do not duplicate dimensions, show each dimension once only. 3. Dimension lines should not cross each other unnecessarily. 4. Extension lines should not cross dimension lines if avoidable. 5. Dimension values should read from the bottom or right of the drawing. 6. Keep dimensions outside the outline of the part where possible. 7. Small dimensions first, closest to the outline, large dimensions further away in sequence. Nigerian standard. Nigerian technical drawing follows ISO/BECE standards since they are internationally recognized. The NIS, Nigerian Industrial Standards, Adopts ISO standards for engineering drawings. Dimensioning special features. Diameter, prefix the value with, circle with diagonal line, symbol. Example, 25 means diameter 25 mm. For circles in circular view, dimension line passes through center with arrowheads at circumference. Radius, prefix with a, example, A15 means radius 15 mm, dimension line start at center, arrow at circumference. If center is off the drawing, the line is broken with a kink. Square section, prefix with. Example, 20 means 20 mm square cross section. Countersink / chamfer, expressed as angle times depth, e.g. 45 degrees times 2. Number of features, n times, dimension. Example, 4 times 10 means 4 holes each 10 mm diameter. Angle dimensioning, dimension line is an arc centered at the vertex of the angle. Value in degrees, e.g. 30 degrees. Limits and tolerances. Tolerance equals permitted variation. Example, 50 plus or minus 0.5 means the dimension can be 49.5 mm to 50.5 mm. Upper limit, 50.5 mm, lower limit, 49.5 mm. In mass production at Nigerian factories, tolerance is critical. A 1 mm error in a car part may cause failure. Title block. Every engineering drawing must have a title block, usually bottom right, containing drawing title / component name, drawing number, scale, e.g. 1:2 or 150, date, drawn by / checked by / approved by, material / finish specifications, company name, sheet size, A2, A3, etc. WAEC Technical Drawing Questions on Lettering and Dimensioning. Question 1. State 4 rules that must be followed when dimensioning a technical drawing. Answer. Any 4 of 1. Show every dimension needed for manufacture, none may be omitted. 2. Each dimension should appear only once, no duplication. 3. Dimension lines should be drawn outside the part outline where possible. 4. Dimension values should read from the bottom or right of the sheet. 5. Small dimensions are placed nearest the drawing outline, large ones further out. 6. Extension lines should not touch the object outline. 7. Arrowheads must be uniform, solid, and close triangular. Question 2. A drawing shows 4 times 1 2. What does this notation mean? Answer. It means there are 4 circular holes, each with a diameter of 12 mm. The symbol denotes diameter, the prefix 4 times indicates the number of identical features. Question 3. Why are guidelines used when lettering a technical drawing? Answer. Guidelines are faint, parallel horizontal lines drawn with a hard pencil, H or 2H, before lettering begins. They ensure that all letters are of uniform height and that the baseline is straight. Without guidelines, letters tend to vary in height and slope, reducing the clarity and professional appearance of the drawing. Question 4. What information should a title block on a technical drawing contain? Answer. Title / component name, drawing number, scale, date of drawing, name of drafter, name of checker / approver, material specification, surface finish, sheet size, company / organization name. Some title blocks also include revision history and projection symbol, first or third angle. Question 5. A dimension shows 75 plus or minus 0.25. State the upper limit, lower limit, and tolerance. Answer. Nominal dimension, 75 mm upper limit, 75 plus 0.25 equals 75.25 mm, lower limit, 75 minus 0.25 equals 74.75 mm. Tolerance equals upper minus lower equals 75.25 minus 74.75 equals 0.50 mm.